Good morning from inside the van in East Iceland, day 5 of our Iceland series vlog. We have lots of things planned today. You want to tell them a little bit about what's included? Say hi.
Oh, what's up, guys? I'm just messing around with the GoPro, putting a SD card in there with lots of memory, because we're going to be getting lots of footage today, that's for sure. And we'll need it in some places, because we're going to be in water. So we're going to check out the main competitor to the Blue Lagoons, the Blue Lagoon of the North, which is a lot cheaper and just as good, so they say. So we're going to put that to the test. And we're also going to be going to several more big waterfalls today. In fact, the biggest waterfall in Europe by volume of water that goes over per second. It's pretty crazy. Y'all ready for this?
Ready.
This is actually the campsite in the town of Eaglestadir. I think it is the biggest town in East Iceland with 5,000 people. That's the biggest town in East Iceland. Obviously, it's the least populated area of Iceland, and so we decided to stay at the campsite in that town tonight because we figured they would have a good place with Wi-Fi to work at before we went to bed, and they did. So if you're going through East Iceland, this is a good place to stop.
Well, the campsite didn't.
The campsite doesn't have good Wi-Fi, but there's a place in town that has great Wi-Fi. It's like a little coffee shop / diner, so you can go get some food or just coffee. I got some work done. Tori got some work done. It was great.
Okay. See you at the waterfall. So after driving for like 38 kilometers down the bumpiest gravelly dirt road that I've ever driven on, we made it to Dettifoss, the biggest waterfall in Europe by volume
of water.
So we're about to climb over the rocks and see it.
Yep. Dettifoss Waterfall is considered the most powerful waterfall in all of Europe because in its peak season during the summer, when all the glaciers are melting, it has up to 400 cubic meters of water going over the falls every second, making it the most powerful waterfall in all of Europe.
So Nathan's gonna fly the drone a little bit and I am starving. So I'm gonna go ahead and fix us some lunch while we're sitting here at the waterfall, just in the parking lot, waiting. Great view though. Great view. So, you wanna help me cook lunch? Okay. Babe, be so careful. Tortilla.
After Dettifoss, we drove west along the ring road and we came across the fields at Hevrir. I don't know how to say that, but it is places where geothermal vents are very active and there's a lot of smoke and steam coming out of the ground, and the landscape looks like another planet, like Mars or something.
It smells like it too.
Yeah, very strong sulfur smell, kind of like chickpeas. You mash them up for a protein power ball.
Chickpeas are life. What you doing there?
It stinks. Here we are, guys, on the planet of Tatooine. Watch out for Tuscan Raiders.
Oh gosh, it stinks. Oh, it's like slushing. Look at all the flies on my camera. Oh my gosh. Are we gonna stink for the rest of the day now?
Oh yeah.
Alright, on a scale of 1 to 10, how stinky is this? 10 being moldy cheese, on moldy melted cheese on top of rotten fish on Mars. 1 being your bean fart.
Out of 6? That stuff is noxious fumes. Not even a joke. Gross.
Okay, we got to the lagoon in the north. We're near Akuri.
The Mývatn Nature Baths.
Yes, and I'm super, super stoked. So we're gonna now vlog with the GoPro. So hopefully we can take you inside and show you what it's like a little bit. So see you in there. Okay, so we're here in the thermal waters.
Yeah.
Totally blue. Super, super warm. It costs roughly $50 a person.
Yeah.
Then you come and you have to shower, and they have like locker rooms, and then you come and you get in the thermal water. Feels really good and warm.
Make sure to bring your own bathing suit and your own towel.
Yeah.
Because you'll pay extra for those if you don't.
Yeah. Alright, finished up at the spas. Now we're going to a crater, climbing our way up it right now. It's a volcanic crater or something. It's a huge crater. It's 1,000 meters across. And what was it, 645 high or something?
Something like that, yeah. It's pretty crazy.
Really, really huge. So we're climbing up there now. See you at the top. Update. This is the steepest incline hill I've ever climbed. Y'all, this crater looks like something off of the moon, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like literally walking up.
It's crazy.
I just feel like we stepped on foot on the moon.
Yeah.
It's the most inclined hill I've ever walked. Oh my gosh.
It's not that bad. We just didn't stop for breaks. We just tried to do it all at once.
Whew.
We're trying to get y'all that super smooth time lapse with the GoPro
Hope you
on the
appreciated
gimbal
that.
all the way up. So I couldn't stop. I couldn't even slow down. I had to just keep trucking. So we did it for you guys.
Pretty crater. We're not gonna hang here long though, because we got one more place to go before it gets.
Actually, we had 2 more.
2 more.
But we might only get to 1 more today.
Just climbed up and down that.
Which
sickening.
It's hard to tell how steep this is just in a camera lens, because I just looking through the camera, it doesn't look steep. But yeah, this is such a steep hill. So steep.
Also, can we just check out this awesome Icelandic architecture right here? Isn't that cool?
Also,
oh.
Public service announcement. Smoked trout from the Mývatn Nature Baths does not mix well with running up and down a mountain.
Oh no, do you feel bad?
I'm gonna be okay. My stomach is just protesting the fact that I did that.
Oh gosh.
So, don't do that next time.
Also, there are like 100 bugs, 100 flies flying around our car and Nathan. They're everywhere. Oh my gosh, there's so many around you.
For some reason, the only bugs in Iceland are the ones in the north.
Gotta get in, gotta get in. Oh god. Ugh.
They're everywhere.
Everywhere, they're in our car now. Flies everywhere. I don't even know if you can see them. So many flies. I can't even deal. You know what they remind me of? They're not like typical house flies that we have in America. They're like gnats that we have in the South, except the size of flies. They fly in your ear. Whew, okay, bye, crater.
Beautiful people.
After a long, hard drive from the crater, we finally made it.
It's been hours and hours.
Just kidding, it was like 1 kilometer away. Got him! No, I'm just kidding.
Gotcha. Pranked.
We're here. Not exactly sure what we're gonna see, but
yeah, we'll go see what all the uproar is about.
so these rock formations are pretty cool. They're volcanic rock, and it's just like these really tall rock pillars that you climb amongst. Actually, you can't climb on them. You walk in the path between them. It's fun. What's this called? The Dark Castle?
The Dark Castles.
Dimmin something. And the bugs.
Really?
Terrible. Last stop of the day. Chugging along, chugging along.
We beat the sunlight.
Chugging along, yeah. We
well,
were
it means, I mean, it's still light. It's still light outside.
majorly racing the sunshine to get to this last waterfall called Godafoss, which Nathan will tell you more about on our walk up to it. Also, just want to say, Iceland has some of the bluest water I've ever seen. And you know why? Because it's all glacier. It all comes glacial. It all comes from glaciers, so it's like the purest water in the world. You can drink from any sink. Yeah. Do I need my rain jacket?
You should bring it.
We beat the sun. It's not set yet. We got this. We got this.
We got it.
We got this. I'm saying this for myself because I don't feel like I got this. Oh, I'm so tired. But you know what? Persevere. Persevere. It's been a long day. Probably a long vlog. But it's good. It is so good. Alright, you're gonna tell us about this place?
Yeah,
tell us some history.
But when Iceland had to decide what its religion was gonna be, their main lawmaker decided to make Iceland become a Christian nation and turn away from paganism, basically. And in doing so, when he made this decision, he lived a few miles away from the falls. He went and took all his pagan Norse idols and threw them into the waterfall to get rid of them, to signify that he was done with that and was transitioning the island, the whole country, to Christianity. And that's why they call it Godafoss, Waterfall of the Gods. Anyway, let's go check it out for real.
This is it, guys. This is Godafoss right here. This is why we came.
Guys, thank you so much for watching our day 5 vlog of our Iceland Ring Road trip. We are so glad that you followed along, and we look forward to seeing you next week with our day 6 video. So make sure you go subscribe so you can check that video out next week.
Bye.
Go like the video if you enjoyed this.